So Scott Eckley with DR Horton Homes. Scott, you guys got a solution for the inventory problem. You guys keep creating more inventory. You guys got a new community that you just opened.
Yeah, we keep building inventory. We know there's a lot of people who need product that they can, especially if they're coming out of an apartment, and the lease is always up in 30 or 60 days. So they don't have 4 or 5 months to build a home. So we have a brand new community that's really officially opening. Has opened this weekend. It's called Osprey Lakes. Great location, right in the heart of Riverview. You're literally 5 minutes off of a 75. You're minutes to the crosstown, minutes to the Brandon Town Shopping Center, and we have prices that start in the 160s,
which is awesome. I mean, that's a great price point, and it's
not 2 bedrooms, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath.
Townhomes, correct?
Townhomes with your own private garage.
Awesome.
Yeah, I guess last we don't build the townhome communities where you have townhomes that are back to back. So you have a private backyard. You have a view. You don't have some neighbor staring into your living room, right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? It's such a great price point because there is so little inventory, and $160,000. I mean, if you're out there renting, if you do the math on this, we talked last week about difference between remodeling and buying new. Obviously, we're a big proponent of buying new. We work with you guys a lot at DR Horton and sell homes. And the one thing I would tell you is if you're a first-time home buyer, you're thinking about buying and you're renting, run the numbers, because $160,000 mortgage payment with taxes and insurance on a new construction property, because your taxes and insurance are going to be lower in new construction, it's cheaper than renting. It just is. It's just a fact. I mean, it's cheap. If your credit's good enough and you got just a little bit of down payment money, you're golden. And too many people, if you're listening to this and you're not a first-time home buyer, but you know somebody that should be, or you know somebody that's renting, talk to them. Have them reach out to us. Let's look at the numbers. We can save them money. And not only that, they're going to gain the tax benefits and the appreciation benefits that they don't get when they're renting.
And the other thing about that is that home is in Hillsborough County, which means that they would be, if they're a first-time home buyer, eligible for the $15,000 grant from the state, which is a huge program for first-time home buyers. I mean, it's a no-brainer. If you haven't owned a home in 3 years, it's a no-brainer.
$15,000 free money, and they have to take a class, I think, correct?
You have to take a very simple class online. You don't have to pay the money back after 5 years.
Wow, and again, so $160,000 townhomes. And obviously, you climb the charts with upgrades. What's a fully decked out one there? Is it probably upper ones like 180-ish?
Yeah, no, not even to that, because we're doing a lot of things standard. So with there are some views that may be a little higher than others, lot premium wise. So I think at the very high end, you're probably in the mid 170s.
Wow, that's
mid to upper 170s. Yeah,
that's an incredible price. Right. And again, with the convenience and the location, and there's so much going out around across Tampa Bay in so many neighborhoods that I think we forget sometimes. So you look out in East Hillsborough and you've got restaurant after development after restaurant being built. We drove down to Sarasota last night. That area is exploding. You see new developments, new shopping malls. Our area is just growing so much, and fortunately we're still getting a lot of relocation, a lot of people moving here. That's been a big plus for our real estate market, for our tourism. We're still an area where people want to come to, and I think that's going to continue. So we've got some more coming up. When we aren't on air, make sure to check out our social channels. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at The Duncan Duo. We're the same on YouTube, and then Facebook.com/The Duncan Duo Show. We put informational videos as well as real estate-related information up on all of our socials so you can stay up to date on what's going on in Tampa. And we'll be back to continue this conversation after a quick break on 970 WFLA.